guys, this is Heather. All right, who else has this going on in their garden or soon to be happening? An explosion of basil. And it's so beautiful that we want to make sure we do something with this, right? So by popular demand, after my veggie burger recipe from last week, I'm going to show you my fresh basil pesto recipe. Making your own fresh pesto at home is great not only because you're using up that explosion of basil in your garden, but it's also super healthy when you make it at home yourself. It only uses a few ingredients, but it's super healthy stuff. And it's not really that healthy when you buy it in a jar. They usually add a lot of oil, a lot of salt, and there's usually cheese in it, which means that it's not vegan. But you make it yourself at home, totally healthy, really easy too. So I'm going to show you exactly how to make it. Okay, step one is going to be to pick your way through the forest as much as you want. And once these start to flower, you're going to want to get the leaves off as quickly as possible because they're going to start to get a little bit bitter, which isn't quite so bad, but most people like it when it's fresh and sweet. One of the best tips I picked up indirectly from someone else who stayed with an Italian nonna in the area of Italy where they make pesto is right after you pick the basil, put it in some ice water, helps minimize the bitterness. And if you don't have your own fresh stuff to pick, this is a great time of year to get some at the farmer's market. You can get a nice big bunch. The stuff that you get at the grocery store is usually pretty small. It's been picked really early. It doesn't taste as fresh. So if you can, get to your local farmer's market and get a big bunch of fresh basil. Now to make your pesto, you do need some form of food processor. I'm going to use my Blendtec twister jar. And guys, if you want to pick up one of these, you can get $100 off plus free shipping. There's a link just below this video. First thing I'll put in here, 2 itsy cloves of garlic. If you have big cloves, you just need 1. But I've got little tiny ones. So next thing I'm going to put in are some pine nuts. And I was lucky enough that I had a friend come over for dinner, and as a gift, she brought me a bag, a big, massive bag of pine nuts. So note to self, if you go to a dinner party and you can't think of what to bring, you don't know what wine to get, pine nuts. So you can put those in there. You can also use sunflower seeds or walnuts or even macadamia nuts if you want to make like a tropical kind of pesto. But get those in there, and then you're going to put in your fresh basil. Pack it. You want lots of that fresh, flavorful stuff in there. Now this is optional, but a vegan pesto will not use cheese, so our secret ingredient is nutritional yeast, which tastes a little bit cheese-like and adds that savoriness that people are used to in a pesto. And last but not least is some sea salt, or herbamere is what I'm using, which is sea salt mixed with some fresh herbs and kelp. And then all you gotta do is blend this up and you'll have yourself some pesto. So in a food processor, you would need to stop and scrape down the edges, but with the twister jar, you can just spin the twister thing around and it pushes things down as you blend. Pretty awesome. So the last thing, the last job of the chef is to give this a taste before you serve it. Make sure it's delicious, which it is. So creamy and so flavorful with just those simple ingredients. And then you can serve this however you like. I love to use it as a spread in sandwiches or on veggie burgers. So if you missed my veggie burger recipe last week, go watch that now. Beet mushroom veggie burgers that are perfect with pesto makes a wonderful summer meal, or an hors d'oeuvre at a party that you can serve and make it look gorgeous. The other thing you can do is if you have a lot of basil outside, you can make this in a big batch and then freeze it in ice cubes to enjoy through the fall and maybe the winter if it lasts that long, but it usually doesn't. I love to keep it in these little serving dishes that come with a lid so that I can put it out to serve as a spread or a dip with some sweet potato fries maybe. And then when I finish up using it, I can just put that on, put it in the fridge, and it's set to go. So there you go, that was easy, right? A healthy, simple, vegan pesto recipe that you can use in so many summer dishes. So leave me a thumbs up if you like my recipe, and leave me a comment, let me know. I would love to hear how many of you get your basil from your garden, and how many go to the farmer's market. So leave me a message down below, and be sure to subscribe for all of my latest recipes and nutrition videos I post every single week. Look forward to seeing you again soon. Bye guys.